Today we're going to be doing the handover video of the Bailey Autograph 794. So just behind the driver's door, the first bit you'll see is your hookup point. So you just lift the cover off and make sure you lift the collar up off your hookup cable, and then you want to align it up to the inside like so, and then you just push it on and your van is hooked up. So next to your hookup point you've got your cassette locker, so you just want to gently pull, and then as long as your blade on the inside of the toilet is closed, you can grab the orange handle and it'll slide out. The orange handle also extends, so you can drag it to the Elson point instead of having to carry it, because they do sometimes get quite heavy. And then when you want to empty it, you just want to unscrew the grey cap like so, and then when you are emptying it, press down on this orange button. It'll let some water in and it'll stop it glugging when it's being emptied, and then just quickly rinse it out with some water, empty it again, and then when you want to put it back in, just pop some blue or green liquid in your cap, pop it back on, and then you can slide it back in and your cassette. Just below your fridge vents you've got your water filler, so you want to put the square connector straight on, and then there'll be a little clip that just slides in here and then it will lock into place, and then you can fill up your fresh water tank. You just use this light blue one. You lift the collar up and then you line it up, and you can see this little extendable bit just slots in there, and it will lock when you push the cap down. This just stops it coming out, and it'll activate when you put this end on the brass tap of the site. At the back of the van you'll find your Aldi boiler vent. Just make sure it's not obstructed, and then you've got your garage door. It can be held up by a clip behind the door, so you don't need to hold it up when you're getting things in and out of your garage. At the back of the vehicle you've got your reversing camera, and then you've got your bike rack fitting, so you can have a bike rack fitted to it. On the other side of your vehicle you've got another garage door that will also lock up in position. And then you've got your silver screens for the front windscreen, and then your carpets and your awning pole in the back. Just in front of your back wheel you've got your external barbecue point, so you'll want some connectors and a length of hose to attach it to your barbecue. As long as you've got gas on board, you can turn it on and you will get a flow of gas to your external barbecue. Next to your barbecue point you've got your gas locker. Again, this can be held up with a clip behind the door. It will hold 2 6-kilogram bottles. Make sure you always tie them in with these blue straps so they're safe when you're travelling. And then remember, when you attach your pigtail to your gas bottle, it's left to tighten, right to loosen, opposite way around being gas. Next to your habitation door you've got a super site connector if you're on a super site. Just by the passenger door you've got your diesel filler and your AdBlue. So when you take the cap off your diesel filler, just use your ignition key to unlock it. And then when you're filling up your AdBlue, if you go to a petrol station where they have Arctic lorries, you'll find AdBlue on the pump, as it's cheaper than if you buy it in a drum. On the inside of your passenger door you've got your ideal cold tyre pressures, and then under the floor in front of your passenger seat you've got your vehicle battery, and then under your passenger seat you've got a toolkit. On the inside of the door you've got your bonnet release as well. So under the bonnet, the main thing is that we want to focus on, you've got your screen washer fluid, you've got your engine coolant, you've got your brake fluid, your oil, and then you've got your dipstick just down here. On the other side you've got your negative point and your positive just down here. It is covered with a cap, so just make sure you push it back, and therefore if you need to give or receive a jump start. And then on your front you've got your weight plates. The first thing you want to do when you enter your vehicle is turn your control panel on with the master switch. From there you can turn your indoor lights on, you can turn your awning light on, you can also turn your water pump on, and then if you click the arrows you can see your freshwater tank, different batteries, your wastewater levels, external temperatures, internal temperatures. You can check your voltages, and then your time. So to use your control panel, if you just hold the on button down until it lights up, and then if you click menu, you can go through different menus. So the top one is your temperature, it's your heating indoors. So at the minute it's at 30, but you can press the minus to turn it down or up. It goes all the way up to 30 or all the way down to 5 degrees. You want the next one down is your hot water, so you can have it on off, hot or boost. This will take the energy away from your heating and just heat your water up quicker. Next is your energy, so you can either have it on no energy, you can have it on 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt or 3 kilowatts of electricity, and then you can turn your gas on and off. If it's on green, it means it's on, and if it's on blue, it means it's off. And then you can also go through different settings. That's how you use your Aldi heating system. So to turn your fridge on, you just hold the metal button down until it comes on. And then depending on what you want to select, whatever's highlighted, so now it's temperature, you click onto it again and you can scroll through, so you can go from 1 all the way up to 5. And then the next thing you can select is the power source. So now that's highlighted, you can click on that again and you can go from auto to vehicle battery, gas or hookup, depending on which you'd prefer to have, or you can just leave it on auto and it'll pick the best energy source it has. And then the next one you can go through is different settings, such as lights on the inside, your fan speed. That's how you use your fridge. Both the fridge and freezer are two-way, so you can open and close them from either side of the door. Above your sink you've got your microwave. This is the easiest way to see if you've got energy coming into your vehicle. When it lights up, it means it's on and that you've got mains power coming in. On the inside you've also got your induction plate, and then next to it you've just got large cupboards, and then you've also got your 3 burner hob, and then your so just by the habitation door, if you just pull the hook up, you'll find your freshwater tank. And when you want to winterize your van, you've got to unscrew this cap, and then down in the bottom you'll see an orange plug. You want to reach in, grab the chain and pull it out. This will drain off your freshwater tank. You can do this if you've either taken on board a source of contaminated water, if you just want to clean your tank out, or when you're winterizing your van. So in the bathroom you've got your sink, you've got a mirror, you've got a nice big cupboard, and then just below you've got your toilet. When you want to flush your toilet, always make sure you've got your water pump on and you've got fresh water, and just push the blue button and you'll get a flow of water into the bowl. And then when you want to empty it, just pull the grey handle across. Always make sure you close the blade after use so you don't get any smells coming up through your van. And then when the cassette is full, you'll get a red light on here just indicating that it's full and ready to be emptied. Next to it you've got your shower, and then you've got a skylight as well. You can also use this steel rail, you can dry your towels, you can dry clothes on it, and if they're soaking wet and they drip, it's alright because you've got your shower basin to catch all the water. Just in front of the oven in the bedroom you've got your dirty water, so you can check the inside, you can give it a clean out when you are winterizing your van. The red cap just screws on and screws off. In the bedroom, on the left hand side of the bed, you've got a large underfloor storage. You've also got a cupboard, a mirror, and then next to your bed you've got your drawer, and then large hanging wardrobe space. On the right hand side of the bed, under the floor, you've got your Aldi boiler. So when you're winterizing your van, you'll have to drain down the boiler and all of the taps. So when you're winterizing your van, make sure you pull this yellow toggle up, as this will drain your boiler. At the same time, open your kitchen and bathroom taps so all the water drains out. And also you can take your shower head off and lay it flat in the basin so all the water can drip out. You can also leave the taps open through winter just to stop any residual water freezing. You can see your hot water is running here. It's quite warm now as we've had it on for 10 minutes or so it is getting quite hot. To open the skylight in the front, all you've got to do is make sure these black handles are pulled out, pressing the buttons in as you do. And then you just gently push the skylight open, and then when you have your desired height, you just tighten it up with these black turn dials, and then when you want to bring your skylight back in, you just loosen these off, pull it down, and then push all the handles back in to lock it back in place. To open your skylight, all you've got to do is push this button in and pull the handle down, and then it will rest all the way open. And to close it, you just push the handle forward and then push it up past the button to lock it in. Always make sure these are closed and locked before travelling. So in the cupboard on the driver's side, just above your lounge seats, you've got your solar dual battery charger. In the large locker on the passenger side of the van, you'll find your TV aerial. So at the minute it's in the down and locked position, but when you get to a site, you'll want to go outside and look at other people's vans and see what direction their antennas are facing, and then you just unscrew, and then you can push it up and then turn it to angle and face whichever way everyone else is facing, so you'll get a chance of signal. And then once you've got your ideal signal, you can lock it in place so it doesn't move with the wind. But just remember, before you travel and you set off home, unscrew it again, pull it down, and then make sure you lock it back up so it doesn't rattle around or be damaged while in transit. When you're at a site and you're struggling with signal, you can turn the amplifier up or down depending on if you've got a low signal. You can turn it up and get a slightly stronger signal for when watching TV. In this little cupboard just behind the driver's seat, you've got your trip switches and you've got your fuses. We'd always suggest having some extra fuses just in case any of them blow while you're on holiday. You can easily replace them. You can get them from Amazon or eBay. And then just above it, you've got your trip switch. So if you're ever not receiving power within the van, just make sure that your van trips. If it does, it means it's something within the van that's gone wrong, but if it doesn't, it means you're not receiving power to the van and you'll have to see a site manager to fix the problem. So under the floor in your lounge area, you've got your first lid, and then you've got this black one that just covers up your leisure battery, which is secured with the black strap. To operate your windows, just make sure you pull all the black handles back, and then you can push it out to whatever width you want. And then if you want to keep them open, just tighten them with this black toggle here. When you want to close your windows, loosen the toggle again, gently pull your window in, and just make sure all the handles are locked down in place, especially when you're traveling, as they can easily be damaged if they get wind underneath them. Every window has a fly screen, and and also a blackout blind that just gently pulls up. The two will also connect together, so you can pull them up and down together, or you can separate them easily by just lifting it up and separating them. So to find your tables to use in the front bed, they're just stored under your bed. You've got your large table and then the smaller table, and they're just secured with these little brown pegs to keep them safe while travelling.
Go on.
So if you've got your table out from under your bed, first thing you want to do is straighten out both of the legs. You just push the button in and gently pull the table legs out. And then obviously at the minute the legs are too long to fit in the bed space, so you just have to go halfway down to the leg and bend them in half, just using the button and the hinges. So once you've got your table legs bent in half, all you have to do is tip it over and then align it onto this small ledge, and then your first table is in position for the bed. When assembling the smaller table, the first thing you want to do is attach your leg, as it is stored separately under your bed. So all you have to do is align it up and just gently push the leg into the base, and then it'll be secure enough to use as a table. Once you've got the two grey hooks lined up with the table, you can just gently pop it down, and there you've got your second table ready for the cushions. Once you've put your first table in, you'll then want to fill this gap with this slightly smaller table. So the first thing you'll want to do is bend this leg down so it can rest at the same height as the other one. And then all you want to do is lift it up and gently rest it on this bar here. After you've got your tables in the correct place, you'll want to put these two backrests in here. You want to put the smaller one in here, and then the longer one just in here. Next thing you want to do is remove the top bit of the backrest. You can just pop it out of the way as it's not useful now, and then put your backrest in this gap closest to the cushion it's on top of currently. The last bit to do is just to pop your backrest into the last gap here, and then you'll have your bed. And this is what your front lounge bed looks like when it's all made up. You can also use these two bigger infill cushions if you want a slightly flatter surface to sleep on. In the front of the cab, you've got your steering wheel with your indicators, your lights, and your windscreen wiper. Next, you've got your radio, which you can sync up your phone to. You've also got your climate control, and you've got your cup holders.